Haverford has gone Google. Over the course of this semester, we'll be using Google Drive to connect and share the work that we're doing in our class. So in this tutorial, you're going to learn how to sign on to your Google account, how to access Google Drive, how to create and upload documents with Google Drive, as well as share and collaborate with others. So first, you'll need to know how to sign in. When you sign into your Haverford Google account, you'll go to Google, and then you'll need your login email address. Your email address is the same as your login for the computers, which has changed from previous years. Your login will be your first initial, last name, and the last 2 digits of your ID, and then at haverfordsd.net. Your password is Fords, and then whatever your 5-digit ID number is. You may be asked to change this as after you log in for the first time. A word about your email address. Your email address that you're given through the school is one that you can use to connect with teachers, staff, and other students in our building. However, it doesn't work for emailing anyone outside of the haverfordsd.net domain, which means you'll not be able to email, say, a Yahoo account or another Gmail account. Or people from the outside or companies from the outside will not be able to access your email address and email you things from the outside of haverfordsd.net. So this email address is really only used to access and connect with students and teachers and staff in our district. You should not be using it to sign up for other applications, as you won't be able to receive emails from those applications with updates. So this is really just to access your account and to email others in our district. Once you have your login information, you're going to head to Google to sign in. When you sign in, you'll plug in your email address, which for teachers, as you can see, doesn't have the ID number at the end. But then you'll do Fords and then your ID number. That will bring you to the Google page again, but you'll notice this time I'm logged in. Now what I'm going to have you do is in the top bar, you should see a little thing called Drive. Drive is what we'll be using to create and upload documents. So this is my Drive, and you'll notice when you log in the first time, you won't have folders like I have here, but I've already added in and uploaded some folders so that I can share information with students in my class. So let's start simply. What do you do with Drive? Think of Drive sort of like you have traditionally used Microsoft Word, but one of the advantages of using Drive is that you're able to share your documents and work on things together with other people at the same time without having to worry about losing a document or saving multiple drafts. That's the advantage of working in Drive. So the first thing that you might want to try doing is to create a document. So here's your create button right here. You'll notice when you pull it up, you have a bunch of different options. Document, presentation, which is much like a PowerPoint spreadsheet, forms, which is a way to create surveys or online tests, and then drawing. By clicking on Connect More Apps, there's actually a ton of things that you can do using Google Drive. You can create videos, you can actually record your voice and do audio, but for now we're going to stick with the basics. Try just clicking Document so that you can see how the documents are put together and some of the features. First thing you might want to do is give your document a title. So titles are up here. By simply clicking on it, you'll notice that you can change the title of it. This will change how it shows up in your My Drive. Then, this works just like any other word processing document, but there are a few added advantages. So up here you'll notice these are most of the same tools that you'll find in Microsoft Word, but something that's a little bit different is that you can actually invite others to edit and collaborate with you on this document at the same time. Or if you've finished your document and you want to send it to a teacher to review or to turn in for a grade, you can send it as well without ever having to print it out. And the way that you do that is by clicking on Share up here. Now right now you'll notice it says Private, and that's because the default is that the only person that can see this document right now is you, the creator. Once I hit Share, now I can invite others to join me on the document. And the way that I do that is by changing right here where it says Private And I can either change it so that people who I give the link to can access it, or if I want everyone in the Haverford School District to be able to find it through search, I can open it up so it's completely public. In this case, most of the time you're probably going to choose share with those who have a link. Now you're going to notice down here there are a couple of other options. I can make it so that people can just view the document and not make changes on it. They can comment on it, but it won't change the document, or they can edit it with me. I'm going to pretend that I'm sending this to a student who I want to invite to edit the document with me, so I hit Can Edit. Then, once I hit Save, it's going to give me the option of inviting others in, so I can email a particular student or another teacher, which will then notify them by email, or it just shows up in their document if you don't want to notify them by email. Now, the way that I can find students, I don't actually necessarily need to have the email address of every student and teacher in the district. Instead, I can simply type in a name. So for this case, I'm just going to pretend that I want Mr. Macaulay to help me edit this document. All I have to do is type in Macaulay, and you'll notice, whoop, there he is right there. And now I'm inviting him to edit this document with me. And voila, he now will see this document, this test document, show up in his Google Drive under Shared with Me. So when someone shares a document with you, it will show up here. For me, because I'm the creator, it shows up right here. Now, once someone has shared a document, they then have the ability to do a couple of things. When someone is working with you on a document at the same time, you should notice there'll be little icons up here that pop up so that you could chat with them. If they're signed in, this little chat box right here will bring up a little chat on the side, and you can chat in real time with someone to work on a document together. Or, because no one's joined me, Mr. Macaulay hasn't joined me on this document right now, one of the things I can also do is use the comment feature. So I can add comments in the margin if I don't want to change the document itself. And he will see those, and anyone will see those that comes into this document. And then it's a way to do some collaboration together without actually changing the document too. So that's just some of the basics of how you create a document, but sometimes you'll have also created documents outside of this format that you'll want to upload so that others can see, or you can turn in, or you can even collaborate on. So that's when you click the little upload button here. This will bring you into your computer. So I'm going to upload a document, and in this case I'm just going to pull sort of something random so that you can see. And in fact, at this time I'll try and do a PowerPoint so that you can see how PowerPoints change in the Google Drive. Now notice right here, see it's uploading kind of quickly. The first time you do this, you want to make sure that this is clicked, convert and upload files to Google Documents. Because if that's not clicked, your conversion is off, and it will save to your Google Drive as a PowerPoint or as a Word doc, and you will not be able to edit it. So if it's a finished project and you don't care about editing it, that's fine. But if you want to change it, you need to make sure that it's converted to a Google presentation. So make sure that that conversion is on. The first time you upload a document, you can change this, and then from then on, it will automatically convert it. So you won't have to worry about doing that conversion box ever again, but that first time you do need to change it. Then what you'll notice is that P for PowerPoint's not right here. Instead, it has changed it, that little yellow square there, changes my PowerPoint into a Google presentation. And the advantage of that is now not only is that PowerPoint online, I can also edit and change it. If you just upload it as a PowerPoint, you're not going to be able to make any edits to it. It's static. It will just say File and View up here. You won't have all of these edit options. Everything else in Google Presentation is actually very, very similar to what you've already seen with PowerPoint. So this should be very, very straightforward. The advantage of using a Google presentation over using PowerPoint is the exact same advantage that you have in using documents on Google, which is you can actually invite other people to join you on the document so that they can edit it at the same time. And again, all I do is click on share. I click on people at Haverford. I'm going to add so that other people can edit it, save, and then I enter the name of someone that I want to join me on this document. I'll pretend that's Miss Rudolph. And then I could send them an email as well to let them know that I'm letting them share or not. And now they're invited to join me on this document and edit it as well. And so that's an advantage because now you don't have to email versions of PowerPoint back and forth. It's always there, it's always compatible, and it auto saves. So you don't have to worry about losing changes. The nice part too is that when you're working in Google Documents, you always have under the File menu the revision history. So you can see, now granted I just uploaded this at 9:19 and the only change I made was changing this right here, but you can see who logged in, when they logged in, what changes they made, and you can revert back to older editions of the document. So you never really lose anything, and you never really get your document screwed up because you can always revert by going through the revision history. And again, I just did that by going through File and then Revision History. And that's really sort of the basics of using Google Drive. You should notice when you log into your computer, when you log into Google account for the first time, you already have a folder that I have shared with you. And what you should see in those folders are your syllabus, the information about the binders and how we're organized, and the opening activity that we've already done. These are ways just so that you can have the information, but also so you can kind of play and see how things work with the folder. Anything that you now add to that folder, which you should see under your Shared With Me tab, anything that you want to share with our class, you can drop and drag into that folder, and everyone in our class will be able to see it. If you want to share something with just me, you can either add me as a person to share it with on the specific document, or you can change your document share so that only I see it by plugging my email in. And when you drop and drag it into our folder, even though that folder is on everyone's computer, I will be the only one that will be able to see that document. So this is an easy way to share information with our class and to share things. That's why that folder for your class should be under your Shared With Me. Those are just some of the basics. There's a lot that you can do with Google Drive, and over the course of the semester, we'll be learning a lot more about that, and I'll be sharing that with you.